again, I picked another long passage. So, again, if you're going to read the passage, and this one's even longer, actually. Anyway, if you're going to read the passage and hit pause, um, and then find the intentional choice made, this one's a little more fun. Ruth chapters 2 and 3 are actually the whole book. But if you're going to focus on one chapter, I guess chapter 3. Ruth is a widow. She's been with her mother-in-law, who is also a widow. Women can't really provide for themselves in this time at all. They can't own property. They can't make wages. No one's going to hire a woman because women just weren't allowed to work. And so Ruth is able to take care of her mother-in-law, Naomi, kind of just being resourceful, picking the fields for the leftovers, essentially. And the opportunity arises for this man, Boaz. And in a way, Ruth makes an intentional choice. Not just for survival. I think that's important to show. Some people say, what's going on with this story? She tricks Boaz? No. This is a story that she is making the intentional choice. Not just to survive, but to be in the right opportunities, right? Yes, sometimes there are instances where you can be in the right place at the right time, but in a way, Ruth's choosing to do that. Ruth is choosing to best honor her mother-in-law and her family, her future. I mean, her and Boaz, spoiler alert, end up getting married and having a family together, right? She chooses to pursue those dreams. When so many would have said, nope, wait your turn, wait for a dowry, the next kin will eventually marry, Ruth doesn't wait. Ruth's not going to let her mother-in-law starve. Ruth is a go-getter. She chooses, she lives by faith, saying, you know what, I'm going to do what is right, and God will deliver. And that's what happens. And it's funny, too. This is one of those stories that's more abstract in the Hebrew literature. It's a wisdom book, and it's a book that you find out at the end, too, the hook. Ruth is in the line of Christ. This foreign Moabite woman, by the way, because that's the other hook, is, maybe she's just a foreign Moabite woman. She's not living by the Jewish practice. Well, she's in the line of Christ. She's in that big, long lineage, if you were to include the women that's in the beginning of those Gospels. And so, the theological claim, then, is Christ doesn't come just from the chosen people, quote-unquote, but from outsiders. That work that Jesus does, breaking down the walls, already begins. An intentional choice of God in its own right? And so, yes, it's to show, it's kind of this long hook in the literature of the time, to say, hey, the choices that Ruth made, intentionally made, were choices that God supports. Now, if I'm really going to blow your mind, if you made it this far, the word for feet, Ruth lies at Boaz's feet, uncovers his feet, and lies at his feet. Feet in Hebrew can also mean male genitalia. We'll just leave it at that. It's probably feet, but maybe that's not where she was lying. You never know. Maybe read that again. Put a twist on it. Interesting. Very interesting story. Anyway, but this is a story, again, that God approves of what Ruth did. God approves that Ruth made the intentional choices to go get and fulfill her future that God has for her, to find that potential. That's awesome. All right. So, I say to you, midweek, seize your destiny. Make that choice. Pursue that future.